Hold on. This way. I don't know why the live stream's vertical, people. I really don't. It's not supposed to be vertical. Can you guys, Ozarks is in here and Stewart's in here. Can you guys see the bottom half of the screen? Because the bottom half of my screen is black. I know there's been a couple issues recently with the orientation of live streams and stuff, but I've never seen this one. So, that's really weird. Can you guys see anything there? So it's black for you as well. I don't know what in the world is going on right now. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, it's good that you can see me. I'm just trying to see, can you see like below here? Because right now I can't. If not, I'm gonna start a new stream. You do have me in full screen. I don't know how that works. I don't have myself in full screen. If I flip you this way, it tells me the orientation's locked, but I had it in horizontal. I thought YouTube fixed this. They fixed it and now they went back. All right, we're just gonna roll with it. We are out here. We're gonna do some multi-species fishing today, and we're gonna see what happens. I got the truck there behind me. I haven't really unpacked yet. If you guys are watching the replay currently, you can skip ahead maybe 10 minutes or so just to get right into the fishing. But we got some people in here, so I'm gonna get ready as people are chatting here. So I'm gonna flip this around. Let's try it again. There we are. We got lots of gear today, lots of different types of gear to try and maximize our chances of having a good multi-species day. So we shall see what happens. See who else is in here. Ozarks is asking where he's from. So yeah, Wendy and Stuart are from Scotland. They may be my furthest away from me viewers, but they're also two of my most active viewers. So I talk to Stuart off of YouTube on a regular basis. I actually talked to him driving home from school yesterday. Alrighty, so yeah, my YouTube feed on my side is looking really, really wacky. Yeah, I can't see. Is it horizontal for you guys? Because for me, I have my phone vertically, but it looks like the feed's horizontal, so I'm not exactly sure how that's working. I also am unable to see how many viewers I have right now. Can I try and... It's vertical, not horizontal. That is so strange. I put it as horizontal. I 100% know I put it as horizontal. And it looks like it's horizontal on the screen, but not full screen. I don't know what's going on. I can't see how many viewers I've got, but we're gonna roll with it. That's what happens. All right, so I brought along my rod runner. Some of you guys probably know what this is, some of you don't. I only bring this along when I have a lot of rods, and they're typically bigger rods. It's essentially a rod carrier. It's not cheap, but I bought this thing specifically for when I go catfishing and carp fishing and have just a ton of rods to take along. So we're gonna load this up and then get moving. I have 5 rods with me today. The limit in Pennsylvania for the number you're allowed to have out at the same time is 3, but we're just gonna kind of rotate through depending on what we're targeting. Alrighty, we're starting with the big boy. Got the 9-foot medium heavy rod with 40-pound line. This is currently set up for carp. I have carp bait with me. So you got that one. We got a bass rod with a jig on it. So there's, that one can go here. There's that one. Light powered rod for little bass and panfish. Put that one here. Medium light rod for bass and bigger panfish. And then another medium heavy carp rod with 40-pound line. So we got that all loaded up. I think gotta lock the truck. Truck's locked up. Get this all in the bag and then we'll get moving. All right, especially with having the live camera, the rod runner is pretty much a necessity. Look at this. Got all that in my left hand. I'm gonna walk with the camera in the right. Nolan, if you want to restart your stream if you wish to, it helps. Stuart, we've already got it rolling, might as well roll with the punches. You have 7 viewers at the moment. Thanks, Ozarks. Yeah, I can't see a darn thing about how many viewers I have right now. So, the biggest issue, and I didn't show you guys this, is currently that area right there is under construction, and that's the easiest way to access the dam area. There is another way, it's a lot more difficult, but because that's closed off, we gotta do the more difficult way, so we're going this way. How's the video quality looking on your guys' end? Stuart was also, I saw he was asking for me to catch a big old flathead and bench press it. And if we can actually get up on the dam face, then I'll give it a try. But as I said, it's sorry, I got a frog in my throat. As I said, it's a lot more difficult to get up there than it is from the other side, which is now locked off. So we'll see what we can do. Carp are definitely a possibility. Bass, panfish, all that will probably happen. Catfish, we shall see. Everyone's saying the video looks good. Stuart's saying better than Bob's. Wendy says it looks good. Awesome, awesome. The last live I did, we're doing a little bit of hiking on this trail, so this probably looks familiar to you guys. Justin is in. Ozark says, Nolan, do you ever use a bait caster? I do. In fact, one of the rods I have with me is a bait caster. So we might pull that out today. Just walking along the spot. So if you guys can see here, we'll take a break for a moment. Put that down. If you guys can see, that path right there is, if I can zoom in, I think I can do that. There you go. That path right there goes down there and all the way out to the end, way down there to where the dam is, right there at that sign. But that is currently blocked off, so if we want to get up there, we're going to have to climb, which I'll have to make the determination on whether I'm going to do that here in a minute. We might have to stick to carp today, because that might be a little bit sketchy, especially with a live camera. So I'll try it, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. There are definitely carp over here in the canal, as shown by Mr. Bob from Anything Is Possible. In the last month or so, he's caught quite a few out of here. So we're going to give it a try. It's a little bit steep on the bank around here. This isn't a bad spot. In fact, I think this is where Bob was carp fishing when he was here. Yeah, we might give that a try. Alright. We will set up right here for now and move as needed. Ozarks, it is a fairly nice place. You guys can see the river over there, and you can also see up over there, right there is the dam, and that wall right there is where we would be trying to get up onto, but I don't know if that's going to happen today. Alright, let's take off the bag, and first of all, I'm going to test to see how easy or difficult it is to get down to the water here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is stinking steep to get down there. So if we hook a fish, I need to have a plan on how to do this. It won't be pretty, but I think it can be done. So we're gonna give it a try right here. Alrighty. So first thing is I'm gonna set up one rod probably to the left of the camera. No, we'll set them up both down here. One right there. One right there, that'll work. We'll back up the camera a little bit. Can I see any fish at the moment? I have not seen a single fish, but I typically don't here. It's pretty murky most of the time. Justin, you saw one? So, Ozarks, I know you're newer to the channel. Stuart's cryptic language here, when he says the sabotage orangutan, that is referring to Bob from Anyfin is Possible and his son Kevin, more specifically Kevin, who likes to sabotage Bob here and there. And he has very nice orange hair, and Stuart has taken to calling him the orangutan. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt his feelings. He thinks it's funny. But there you go. There's your translation, because I know you're newer to the channel. Dave is in from Double Hook Angling. How's it going? Alrighty, so I think because of where I placed these rods, I think I want to have the long one set up going to the left, so that way it can kind of get out past those bushes, so the tip of the rod isn't like in the bushes. So I'm going to set up this one first, and yeah, we have the typical pack bait recipe taught to me by everyone's favorite Anyfin is Possible. We got the Jello, panko, and corn right there. We're going to pack some of that onto our method lead, toss it out, and wait and see what happens. There's one. This one I need to add a piece of fake corn on. The other one already had it. All right, got both the carp rods out now. All right, let's check on chat, see what's going on. Everyone's doing some catching up. We have Ozarks, who is new to the channel. Mission, go up and read what is said about Stuart. I'm looking. Oh, Dan is in here as well. Good morning. I'm looking. I'm not seeing much about Stuart. I'm seeing a lot from Stuart. Yep, Ozarks, that's correct. It's not that cold. It's about 50. I might actually end up taking off my sweatshirt here shortly. Dave, you might have to give me a reference as to specifically what you're talking about. It's probably just me, but I cannot find it. Your comment about Stuart, or whoever's comment about Stuart. Can someone also give me a check-in on how many viewers I have? As I said, my thing is looking really strange right now, and I have no idea how many people are watching. Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to pull out the light rod. Unfortunately, here, especially since Dave's in, I gotta tell him I got a trout magnet jig on right now and not a double hook angling jig. If I acquire some, I'll definitely use them, but right now the trout magnet jig's what we got on, and we have a little insect larva imitation. That guy right there. We're gonna cast it around and see what's around, I guess.
But Pittsburgh was really fun. I didn't know if you could
Had one, missed him. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. I'm slightly in the way of the path, but I'm trying to be as minimally as possible. Just gone up to 10 people, 9 people and 7 thumbs up. Thank you guys for the update. Yeah, I have no idea why I cannot see what's going on here, but my thing's looking really strange right about now, so I'm gonna give it a cast right about here. See if there's anything right there. Not getting much action at all right here with the little rod. Rod Wilson is in. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why we're not getting much action here. However, I'm going to make a little bit of a risky move. I'm going to take the camera and my little rod up here, do a little bit of scouting and keep an eye on these carp rods. If one of them goes off, we're going to have a mad dash to get there. But those of you guys who watch my channel know that's something I'd say I'm fairly good at, is a mad dash to get to a takedown. So I think we can make it work. I want to go up here and look around. So if you can see, there's the dam, and you would have to get up on that wall to be able to get there. The problem is, as I stated, that typically we walk along there and come up that direction. The only other way up there is to climb up that wall right there at the end, and I have no idea if I'm actually going to be able to do that. There used to be a brush pile on the backside that you could step up on top of and try and do it from there, except they removed the brush pile, so I don't know how I would get up there. I think it's possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna try it. I think I have to try it. All right, we're gonna go back and get the stuff. I think I can do it. There he is. Any fin is in. I was talking about you on a couple different occasions. We're at a spot he frequently fishes. Well, at least as of recently, he's been fishing. And yeah, I also was using his pack bait recipe. I'm also, if I flip the camera around, give me a second. I'm wearing his hat. There you go. So, yeah. The man of the hour. So we do have a little update for Bob. We do have 2 carp rods set out. But I think I'm going to try and get up on the dam face and fish it from the other side, which might be a little bit difficult to do. So yeah. Okay. Let's get everything kind of in order. I'll probably sit it out for a couple more minutes here. Don't want to waste our pack bait chances at this spot. So I'm going to get everything packed up, and then we're going to work our way that way. There's typically a little bit more fish in the canal side over there because there's some nice big rocks for them to sit in for structure. You can pop up on the dam side and fish that, or you can cast off into the canal for carp. So I think being down there is going to be our best chance. Sweet, it looks like there's a plan to get me some double hook angling jigs, which I've heard are a little bit stouter than the trout magnet jigs. The trout magnet jigs are very light and they bend out pretty easily, which makes them really good for finesse. But the double hook angling jigs also sound like a good one to have in the arsenal for a little bit beefier purpose. Sounds like a good idea. All right. Sweet, Bob. All right. Get everything all back in the bag so when I decide to move, we're ready to go. What's my view count update here? My viewership looking like? As I said, I have no idea what's going on. YouTube's being kind of glitchy. My thing looks very strange, and I have no idea how many people are watching or anything like that. Buttered sausage. We're asking if Bob's making buttered sausage. Sausage. Man, words are hard sometimes. Alright, reel this one in and get moving. All right, six viewers, sweet. All right, walking along. I'm gonna head down here, see if we can get up on the damn wall. That would be pretty sweet. Might have to do a little bit of calisthenics, parkour type stuff to get up there, but I think we can do it. You're young, you can get up there. That's right, Dave. I pride myself on my fitness and being able to lift heavy objects in the gym. What's all that for if I can't get up on a wall? Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah, this wall is about as tall as I am, so it's not going to be easy to get up there, but I think it is definitely doable. Here, I'll give you a comparison here. I'll go stand next to it. There you go. It's about 6 foot tall to get up there. Whoa, sorry about that. Alright, I think we can do it, but first, I do want to see if I can catch a sunfish or something standing right here. There's typically quite a few of them right here. There's a little current outflow right there, and then there's a whole bunch of rocks in the water. It's a really good spot. getting a bunch of bites, but none of them are committing. They're all really small. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch up my bait for a sec. Alrighty, we're gonna go to the Never Fail to get one on the board. Gulp worms. They are like 85% as good as real worms in my personal opinion. And you can just keep them in a jar. I always have them. Check chat, and then we'll give this a try. This should work. I'm not checking chat all that much. Is this the same place you did your hike and went to the tower on the hill? It is not. That is about 35 or so, 35, 38, something like that minutes from my house. This is only about 10. I come here all the time, whether it be hiking, there's a nice little bike trail here, fishing, all that sort of stuff. I come here because it's local. It's a good little area. It's one of the locks on the Schuylkill. Wow, there's a couple really big white suckers there. I typically don't see suckers here. Wow. There's a really big one. Wow. This is super, super strange. Wow. This is really weird. There's a whole school of fish, and they all come up and they fight over, and none of them get the hook. That one had the hook. I just missed him. Having any luck so far today?
I got one bass, but I'm trying to get on this. This is my second time over here. I'm trying to get on the other side.
Oh, I got
I've
you.
been trying to figure it out. How do you get on? You know how to get on the other side?
As far as like to get on the other side of the river.
Well, I'm trying to get next to the dam here, as close as I can. That's how I was thinking about climbing this damn wall. But
Yeah, you can do that.
really?
Yeah.
Because the park ranger was parked down there when I parked, and I don't know.
But no, you can do that. So typically people walk down here this way, but they have a whole construction zone there. And
Yeah.
the entrance to walk up along this
Yeah, because I
isn't
stopped.
there.
I stopped in here.
Yeah.
It got too deep last time, and I was trying to get as close as I can.
Yeah, so typically people walk up along this wall and fish from right there, but the entrance from there is blocked off.
Is the dam slippery? Do you know that? Do you ever see people standing on the dam?
On the dam, that's not a good idea.
I thought about that, but I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's slippery or not.
No, I mean,
'Cause I've been in rivers before. I've crossed the Lehigh, and that was pretty wicked.
I imagine it's pretty slippery, and right there it's like 6 or 7 feet, and the current it like tucks under.
Are
like,
you underneath here?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you fell off, you'd be under there.
I'm going right on top.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, this is only my second time fishing the scoop hole, but
I got you.
well, for bass, anyways.
Gotcha. 1-800-BORROW-A-FISH from Little Finn. 9 viewers at the moment, and currently I am fishing. Alright, here's the deal. I'm gonna go over on this side. I don't know what's going on. Typically, fishing here is pretty easy. Typically there's quite a few fish. Yeah, you guys saw me on one of Bob's logs come here for just a half an hour or so, and I caught quite a few. 10, 20, something like that. We're currently out here for almost an hour and I'm still fishless. It's not a great sign for the day, but oh, there's a nice little smallmouth right there, or largemouth, I can't tell. Little bass. Caught the medium light rod. Back it up a second so you guys can see me. There's a nice little bass right there. Ooh, I have one. There's 2 of them sitting right there. Oh, missed him. They're hitting. They're hitting. Switching up sides is a good idea. I think so. Missed him again. We're just sticking and letting go real quick. right next to that bass. He's coming for it. Hold on. Man, these fish are playing me today. There's a nice little bass right here. Alright, let's check chat again. Man, I'm letting you guys down. Nolan, maybe you can do a tutorial on how to use bait casters. I can cast fine, but I'm only if I'm using something super heavy like a frog. Yeah, I might need to call Rent-A-Fish. I don't know what is happening. Here's the deal, man. I'm kind of a little bit confused here. I went and did some fishing on a different spot on the Schuylkill River literally last night to make sure I scouted and knew what would work for today's trip. And nothing's working, so my scouting trip might have been in vain. There you go, there's something. Alright, everyone's favorite red breast sunfish is the first fish of the day. That's pretty much exactly what I thought was going to be the first fish of the day. But I just didn't think it would take this long. There you go. Tiny little red breast. Oh, I dropped him. There you go. We're not skunked, but I'm still not happy with that performance. So, there you go. Yep, Justin says nice little brim. That's what they call them down in the southern parts. We're going to put it back in the same spot. See if we can get another one. worm. Dang it. Alright, we got another worm. Put it back on. Gulp worm, that is. Fake worm. Oh, I missed him. He was running with it and I didn't know. He took half the worm. Man. Alright, we're on to a pattern. They like to hit it on the fall, so I just throw it out there and let it fall. And instead of jigging it back to me, what I'm doing is ripping it up towards the surface real quick and then letting it fall again. They're only hitting it while it's falling. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad for you. I know there's a little bit of wind right now. There you go, on the ball. Another red breast. That's what you got to do sometimes, guys. Sometimes fishing doesn't go the way you think it will. And you got to be versatile and adapt, and that's how you're a good fisherman. You got to know different techniques and be able to adapt when it doesn't really go the way you think it's going to go. Let's check chat for a little bit. Fish or no fish, it's enjoyable watching and chatting. Well, I am glad. There's so many more I can smell them. You don't have a panfish popper, would kill the game there. I do have some panfish topwater. Here in Pennsylvania, it's actually getting pretty cold at night, and they're really not hitting much topwater except for really early in the morning. So wheat. Justin, I believe that was Justin. Yep, Justin was giving me a viewer and thumbs up count. Let's get a couple more and then we'll move up on top of the dam. There you go. See? On the fall. That's a good one, too. That's a very pretty one. Another red breast. Look at the colors on that one. That's a beautiful one. On the fall once again. So I guess that, for some reason, is the tactic today. Now we're on them. Oh, stepped on my gold worms. There's another one. We're on them now. Oh, missed them. Whoa! Gotta avoid flying hooks. Alright, we'll get one more and then we'll pop up on the dam. One more. You know what? We'll just do it right now. Whenever you say one more, you get into a bad habit. So, we're gonna go up on the dam right now. Alright. Alright, first things first. I gotta start putting some stuff up there. So that way when I pop up there, all my stuff's there. Alrighty. Bag. Alrighty. Now I gotta get you guys up there. Alrighty, here's the plan. Gonna flip this. Gonna shorten up these legs. Put you up there, and then I'll see if I can make it up. Shorten the legs. Here I am. Shortening the legs. It's a little bit of a strange live here today, people, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Alright, here we go. Get that right up somewhere. How about right here? This will be a good spot. Hold on, I gotta make sure you guys can see me. Yeah, 6-foot wall. Here we go. I'm gonna move some of the stuff. So that way I don't like land on it. Ooh. I made it. We're up. Oh yeah. Whew. There you go. There's a couple nice fish down there. All right. How's the weather up there? It's good. Real good. Eight watching, so we've made it up on the wall. Here's the view down to where we were. There you go. So that gives you some perspective of what I was climbing. Let's go down here and get set up. A little jump. All right, I'll leave you guys here for a moment, and I'll come down and join you. Alright, I got all the rods. First things first, I'm going to take a cast or two around with the jig just to see if there's any smallmouth directly beneath us. Alright, nothing directly beneath us. I'm gonna go get the rest of the stuff and set up here. Alrighty. We're down. We're ready to get set up here. Here's the deal. I'm gonna toss a carp rod this direction back into the canal. May actually toss two, we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. So the rod runner is not supposed to be used as a rod holder, but I have my drag all the way loosened up. So I'm just gonna run it, and I think it should work. I just tested it, pulled on it a little bit. I don't think it's going anywhere, especially with another rod weighing it down. So we should be good. Toss out a second one here. All right, now I'm gonna put the camera all the way down here, like so, and you guys should then be able to see the carp rods and me fishing when I'm standing right there. So we're gonna give that a try. I believe it was Ozarks who was asking earlier for a tutorial on how to do a bait caster. I may do something like that at some point, but I'm going to toss this bait caster around right now. So I can give you a couple tips right now. First of all, the most important thing to using a bait caster is simply getting your settings right. You want to have your brakes on a good spot to where the spool isn't overrunning, and you want to have your tension knob dialed in. Typically, it takes a lot of testing and trial and error, and it's really hard to say, like, here's how you do it just to get it the right way. But once you can get it the right way, you really don't even need your thumb. The thumb is just like an extra safety precaution, but I can cast this and I won't use my thumb. I'm pretty confident I won't backlash. There you go, no thumb and no overrun. So once you get the settings dialed in, it's really not that bad. Yeah, you just got to figure out the settings. When your bait is falling too fast, and like if you let the thumb bar go and your bait hits the ground and you have an overrun then, you should tighten up your tension knob. And if you're casting after setting that up properly and you're still overrunning, then that's when you adjust your brakes. That's general rule of thumb, but yeah, just play around with it. Check chat, see what's going on in here. Nolan, I know you have many hobbies. Is fishing your main one? I would say so. You know, I think I generally explained it pretty well in my channel intro video. I do all the other stuff because while fishing, I kind of found people who did all the other things and was like, oh wow, this is cool too. So fishing was what I started with, and then I branched off into everything I do now. So talking about where he's camped. Everyone's saying hey to Bulk, who is now in the chat. Chuck Nasalrod. We are in southeastern Pennsylvania, fishing the Schuylkill River, one of the locks here in the Phoenixville area. Huh? You're good. All right, All Things Country's in here as well. I don't know if I mentioned that yet, but yeah. Carp rods are chilling there. Emmy Schaefer, that is my younger sister. How many people we got in here, Emmy? I just got smoked by something. I assume it was a smallmouth. I am 100% confident it was a bite, and somehow when I set the hook, I completely whiffed. It was not there at all. I was just bumping it along the bottom, and I was pulling up, and it was on the rise, kind of coming off the bottom, and all of a sudden it goes boom, and comes back up. Pretty sure that was a big smallmouth, and I just missed him. Emmy says we got 8 people in here. My sister's not a outdoor enthusiast like I am. She's a gymnast, so she's got a lot of time. But if anyone's interested in seeing the good old Emmy Schaefer in action, if you guys watch my True Cost of a Maryland Crab Cake video, Emmy was starring in there. She helped me collect all the crabs that we used for that video. So she does exist on the channel in one particular video. Ozark's asking about, do I use braided line? What pound test of line? Yeah, so I do use braided line on the majority of my setups. This one that I've got in my hand has braid. Out of the ones I brought with me, 4 of the 5 have braid. It's, as a multi-species angler, it's super versatile because it's low stretch, but if you put a mono leader on there, you can give it a little bit of stretch. Super sensitive. You can tie fluoro leader onto it, mono leader onto it, go straight braid. It's super versatile. It is expensive. I'm actually planning on at some point doing a braid comparison video. I bought about 10 different brands of braided line and I'm going to compare them. Those two have casking braid. My bait caster has, I believe, yeah, that's Daiwa J braid that's on there. This is Yozuri braid on my medium light rod. It really depends on the rod to which pound test I use. This one has 15 pound and I go down to a 10 or 8 pound leader. The two carp rods have 40 pound on them. Bait caster has 30 pound. But yeah, I do use it and I use it quite frequently. I just had a whole slew of things. I got snagged on a rock, thought I was a fish, then turned around, there was a biker going by, and his gear clicking because he was coasting along. I thought that was one of these carp rods going. I just about had a heart attack, but no fish. I can't hear you. Yeah. So my channel page is Mission Discover. I'm live right now. Set the hook on an imaginary fish and got it tangled in the carp rod. I'm gonna, Justin's heading out. See you later. I'm gonna go up on this wall here, and we're gonna fish around on the back side of the dam and just keep an eye on the carp rods. A lot of climbing today, just to catch some fish. Alrighty. Gonna stand right here. Oh, there's a nice panfish right there. There's another redbreast. Boom. We could give him the ride of his life down the dam. There you go. And there he is. Boom. He transferred sides. Set you guys back up right there. Carp rods are looking okay. There's another. Boom. Should set you guys up more that direction. Another one. They're all redbreasts. We've got nothing but redbreasts today. Alright, I'm not going to show it to you. What do you guys think it is? I'll give you a hint. It's not that hard to guess. That's right, it's a redbreast. Does anyone else here have a channel? There's plenty of people here who have a channel, Ozarks. I don't know how many of them you picked up. Definitely feel free to share each other's links in my chat. If you're a moderator, I know a lot of you guys aren't, but I know I can make a couple people moderators here. So I just added All Things Country. I don't know why Bulk's not a moderator. He should be. Stewart's in here. There you go. So I added a couple more people. Don't feel bad if you didn't get added. I'm trying to fish and do this at the same time. I'll go back through later and take a look. But yeah, feel free to add some links in here if you have moderating status for some of the other channels in here. carp rods don't look like they're doing much. I'm gonna switch to the little minnow imitation on a crappie magnet jig head with a medium light, see if we can get ourselves a little bass. I think we just had one nipping. That was a typical bass type bite, not the little machine gun taps from a panfish. I think that was a little smallmouth. Let's check chat. In Texas, we call them perch. In Missouri, they call them bluegill. You call them redbreast. So, Ozarks, there's actually a difference between bluegill and redbreasts. All of them are sunfish. So bluegills are sunfish, redbreasts are sunfish, green sunfish are sunfish. And you can categorize them under sunfish, but they are actually a different type of fish from bluegill. Hopefully that's a cool little fact to you. And if not, and if you don't care, because I know some people don't, then leave it be. Carp rods still look untouched. I got bit again. That one I think was a sunfish. It had the machine gun tapping. Three people, 25 thaminas, and 440 hook sets. Sweet. That's 9 up from when I opened up YouTube this morning. Gonna try and fish right here. I can't get 40 for a live stream, Ozark, but I don't complain about likes, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't go live as often as some other people. People like Bob and Stuart get a lot of consistent viewership. And sometimes they have hundreds of people in there at the same time, and lots of likes, but 25 is pretty good for me. So we've been going for an hour and 36 minutes. I got 61% battery left on the phone, and I've got my charger. I'm definitely going to do 3 hours or so. I might go a little bit past that pretty much depending on the carp bite. If we start getting carp bites, I'll stay. If not, I'm probably going to head home. I have a really big day tomorrow. So, I definitely want to make sure I get all the stuff I need to done before tomorrow. I am part of the worship team at church, and by they I mean our pastor decided that they wanted to try a youth service where the youth does the worship, and then they said they also wanted some of the young people to speak. And it turns out that not a lot of the young people are a super big fan of speaking for long periods of time. As you guys can see, I'm completely fine kind of spouting words all the time. So I was asked to preach the sermon tomorrow and lead worship tomorrow for another group of young people. So I'm essentially the stand-in pastor tomorrow, so I got to make sure I'm ready to roll with that. And then I've got a Bible study with some friends in the evening. So I pretty much have no time to do anything tomorrow. I got to get it all done today. Alright, here's the plan. I'm going to fish right below the dam for a little bit more. And then once I do that, once I'm done fishing right below the dam, assuming these 2 carp rods here don't get another bite, we're going to move down there. We're going to fish the second spillway. There's sometimes some good bass in there. And then we're going to toss the carp rods in the canal down there, which is where Bob was having so much success a couple times ago when he was here. So we're going to give that a try, see what happens. First, I have to figure out how to get down. So let's do that. Alright, we made it down. Camera came down with us. Gonna set you guys up out here again, just like that. And yeah, fish down here for a little bit and see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna start packing up. You move down there. Alright, here we go. Ready to get rolling. There's some comments here that I'll read once we get down to the spot. Right now I'm just focusing on not dropping anything. An hour and 43 minutes. What's our numbers looking like? Stewart and Ozarks. I know you guys are both still in here. Ozarks, I will have to give you a moderating wrench here in a bit. You're a newer guy, but you've definitely watched a lot of my stuff already. You're pretty committed to coming in. Seems like you're a good dude, so I will give you a moderator status. All right. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. I gotta get down there somehow. Gotta go down here. This is a little bit sketchy. Gotta walk down that ramp, but I think we got it. All right. The grip on my shoes was a godsend there. Alrighty. Set that down. Gonna set up this right here. Kabang. I'll read some comments and then we'll get fishing here. Alright. Ozarks says, I've done praise and worship for many churches over years. I just attend now. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I play trumpet as my primary instrument, and over the pandemic I picked up guitar and learned how to sing. I could always sing decently, but now I'm definitely, I'd say, a pretty proficient singer, and I really enjoy it. It's a great way to get involved, connect with what's going on, and regardless of what anyone out there believes, I will always stand for my belief. And I think that God is real. I think that he's out there, and I think that, assuming he is out there and he created us, he's definitely deserving of our praise, and it's something I really enjoy doing. So anyway, Fishing time. Got to get the carp rod set out. Get anything down there? Yeah.
I'm gonna go where it's more calm.
I got you. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, hop here and come down.
Have you ever tried this pool?
No.
So that little eddy off there,
Yep.
there's typically some channel cats that sit in there, and smallmouth sit back in that pool too.
Oh, really?
Yep. My friend has caught. I'm not kidding. Well, he lives like right over there, but my friend has caught probably 100 fish over 2 pounds from right in that pool. A lot. Alright, carp rods are ready to roll. Gotta try for some other stuff now. I'm gonna do this. Walk on down here. Let's do this. Boom. Camera can go right here. Maybe like that. There you go. Not the most stable, but it should work. If you're doing a live stream fishing, you either chat with a rod in your hand or don't fish. Or you fish and don't chat at all. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw Ozarks had a Mora short. I know this is like a blasphemy of bushcraft, but I am a bushcrafter and have never owned a Mora. I know it's crazy, but I have actually never owned a Mora. Love that rod holder stand. It's awesome. Yeah, I said it earlier. They advertise it as like it's not supposed to be a rod holder, but I think that's only because like rod holder while fishing, that is like set it in there and wait. I think that's only because they don't want the legal claims of people being like, well, you said it's a rod holder and it doesn't hold my rod. I have my drag loosened up. If something takes it, it should stay in there. So, and I mostly use it to just carry it. When you have 5 rods, it's really tough to do without that thing. All right, gonna cast around here for a bit, see what happens. Had one, had one, had one. Ozarks, I appreciate the support. I know not everybody believes it, and the best thing you can do is, as you're saying, stand for your beliefs unashamed and, you know, not be pushy. I'm not going to tell anybody you have to believe this, you have to believe that, but just stand for myself and let my actions speak for themselves, and everyone can make their own decision, you know? But yeah. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. In fact, that's kind of what my sermon is on. It's about, I'll give you guys a brief overview, because I imagine none of you guys are going to be at my church on Sunday, but essentially I'm talking about how, you know, the world's dark, the world's crazy. We all know that. It's a bit of a strange place out there, and sometimes, as someone who believes something like that, you go out there and you feel very isolated from people, you feel like you don't want to talk to people. But there's no way to show God's love to people and show them how important He is unless you actually interact with people, and you can't be afraid to interact with those people. And how you actually show Him isn't by your words, isn't by trying to give them some sort of indoctrination. You just show that by being kind and reaching out, sacrificing your time for them, being there to support them when they're having an issue. And it really all comes down to being a kind person. And in a world that's so dark, they're going to see that that's different from everybody else. And when they ask you why, that's when you can point it to Jesus. So whether all of you in chat care or not, I don't know, but I'm willing to share it. So, oh, I just had one. That one felt big too. Carp rods are still quiet. Oh, there you go. Good smallmouth. Yeah, baby. First non-redbreast of the day. Nice little smallie. Stay put, stay put, stay put. Stay put. Come on. This would be so much easier if you just stopped moving. There you go. Nice little smallie. Probably half a pounder, but there you go. Not a redbreast. Nice little fight on the medium light rod, and we got something other than a redbreast, which is always fun. Give you a little release shot of him. There's not much way to get down closer to the water, so I just got to kind of toss him. There you go. Little smallie. Let's see if we can get something else. That was a good little change up from the typical scenery, which is redbreasts. All right. Fish did not stick the landing. That is true. I feel like I missed some comments. I definitely did. I never even heard of those knives. Someone might have to catch me up here. I feel like I'm missing something. Anyway. Oh, moras. You had never heard of moras before then. Yeah, they're pretty popular. So I want to help out Stuart here. So Ozarks. Stuart is confused because you had left some sort of comment. I feel like it's a typo, saying that you unsubscribed to his channel. I think it was a typo, and you're saying that you subscribed to his channel. So make sure you let Stuart know what's going on there. He's a little bit confused. He was talking to me about that the other day. Yeah, he's talking about on one of his shorts. I believe it's the one, if I remember correctly, it's the one about Skeeter catfishing. A short that Stuart did on Skeeter catfishing. You had left some sort of comment that made him a little bit confused. I'm fishing behind the camera, but I'll get in front of the camera now. Better than the release Kevin did with the pudgy bass that's been caught about 14 times. Yeah. He was doing a little bit of flopping when I tossed him in, and he did some strange mid-air gyrations. There you go. Toss in our vocabulary for the day, gyrations. Carp rods are still existing, but it doesn't look like they're doing much. Gonna put the camera right about there. Kaboom. I'm gonna toss around the little rod for a minute and see if I can get ourselves another sunfish. Every once in a while, there's a really nice carp over on this side. He sometimes sits over there. I'm debating tossing one of the carp rods over there, but I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. Where Bob was catching them was way down, I guess, from the camera's point of view, to the left. So we might venture down that way eventually. The problem with that is, especially since that entrance is blocked off, we're gonna have to climb up that wall, walk down and over, just to get over there to do some carp fishing. So Justin is back. He says, what did I miss? Well, Justin, you missed some talk about the fact that I'm gonna have a sermon tomorrow at church and gonna be the worship lead. We were talking about that. You missed a couple more red breasts, I believe. You missed us catch a smallmouth, and that's about it. We caught little, 10-inch smallmouth, a couple more red breasts, talked about some stuff. Yeah, I really am debating heading down there and just committing to carp for the rest of the time. That's right, Stuart's on it. Oh, he just retracted his message. He was correct, but I just put out a short that should show folks a proper fish release. Yeah, proper fish releases are always important. It's just sometimes the fish itself doesn't cooperate or the scenario doesn't cooperate. You got to do the best you can in what scenario you've got. If you can go right down to the water, just walk down and let them go. And if you can't, do the best you can. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple more casts at this spot. 10 more minutes here, and then we're gonna make a move down that way and see if we can really get a carp today. I kind of thought so, all things country. I kind of thought that was a little bit of sarcasm, but I like to address things as though they're not, because it's easy to be like, oh yeah, oh okay, haha, it was a joke. But when something wasn't a joke and you thought it was, that's a little bit harder to recover from. See what's going on in chat. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. Ray from Fishhead Videos has arrived. We have all sorts of fish here, but the lake/river next to my house is mostly trout. Ozarks is trying to clear up some confusion here. I'm pretty sure it was just a typo. That's what it looked like to me. Alright. Yeah, I think it's about time. Gonna reel in the carp rods, go down to the spot Bob was carp fishing, and really commit, see if we can get ourselves a carp before we have to head home for the day. Let's turn you guys this way and do that. There you go. All right, let's get that all ready. I don't know if you guys can hear the train over there. There it is. Hopefully you can hear it. Hopefully you can hear it. Fish Head is going to be fishing on the boat in a couple of hours. So if you guys are looking for something to do after lunch, after I end my live, maybe pop on over to Ray's channel. Stuart probably will end up live today. He's live almost every day. Bob might as well. There's tons of people, friends of the channel, who will likely go live today. So somehow you're completely bored, you got stuff to do. Oh, Stuart, don't be negative, man. The muskie's gonna come eventually. I need to get mine as well. I was talking to Stuart about this the other day, but I was a little bit sad it didn't come in time. It's supposed to come later today. I bought a muskie setup, flathead setup, striper setup, big swim baits for bass if I ever do that. Just a really big meaty bait casting setup. And I was really excited to try it out and possibly do some flathead fishing with it today, but the reel came, the rod is not here yet. I saved a bunch of money on it during Amazon Prime Day. I saved let's see if I can do math, $37 on the reel, and I saved $17 on the rod. So that would be $54, just about $60 saved on the overall setup. Yeah, should be fun. An extra beefy catfish setup, shouldn't be breaking off on any of the fish on that setup. Stuff to use in saltwater, stuff to use if I start doing some musky fishing, but alas, it's not here to fish with today. Stuart, I watched at least one of your videos and think I am subscribed. Justin says, nice, Nolan. Heck of a deal, sounds like. Yeah. The reel is a PC Funnel Lehos. It's typically $99. I got it for $99.99. So I got it for $63, saved that $37 there. And then the rod is a Cast King Kong Heavy Power. That's $80, and I got that also for $63. So, yeah. Saved a good bit of money on there. would have been close to a $200 setup. It is a $200 setup with the line, and I got it for a lot less than that. So yeah, it's kind of the same sort of, you know, big beefy rod as the Bulkinator is on the Anyfin channel, if you guys are familiar with that, except it has a little bit more versatility to it. Ozarks, I appreciate it. If you need to pop out alive for a second, don't hesitate to do that. We're just going to be moving for 3-4 minutes. We won't even be fishing. So, all right, here's the deal. We got to get up this wall. A little bit more climbing yet to do. We're going to go over here. We got some wonderful graffiti on the wall. There's graffiti all over this area because people love to do that here. Alrighty. See if we can get up the wall here. There you go. Alright. See if I can do this. Oh, I started with the wrong foot. Alright, I made it up. I don't know if I can reach the camera. I can't. I gotta use the net. You guys are gonna be in the net. Alright. You guys are up. There you go, camera mount's back on. Alright, if you guys can see way down there, that's where we're going to do a little bit of carp. Alright. What was the net view like, people? Did we like the net view? A creative way to get you guys up the wall. Do you have crappie in that area? Yeah, we do. They're kind of infrequent. I've caught maybe 3 or so crappie out of this general area. I caught maybe 2 out of the canal, and I know I've caught 1 out of the spillway down to our left there. Most of the places I catch crappie around here are in lakes. Yeah, they're not something I get super often. We have them, but not a ton. All right, here we go. Down there is where we caught the smallmouth. There's the wonderful Schuylkill River. Look at that scenery. That's beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Wow. All right. Whoa. This tripod setup isn't exactly the most portable, And I got a lot of rods. Walking back through here isn't easy, but you got it. All right, here's our spot. Whoa. Sorry, guys. All right, this is the carp spot, I suppose. Yeah, we're pretty much gonna, unless we want to do it there. Hold on. Oh yeah, we can't get over there right now. Yeah, this is our spot. Okay. I forgot about that gate being closed. Okay, gonna set up the rod holders. All right, we're gonna have one over there. And I suppose we'll put one going maybe straight out that way. Alrighty, let's get it set up. Send out the big one first. Alright, there's one. Alrighty, got the rod set up. Now we can fish around for a little bit. We got both Justin and Stuart encouraging the liking and connecting here. Speckled spotted paper-mouthed grass bass moonfish. That's what we're going for. That is correct. Alright. Let's mess around down here. See what we can get. Going to straighten out the camera here. Make sure you guys can see that in the other side of the frame. And we'll have the net down here ready to go in case of a carp, which is what we want. All right. Taking off the sweatshirt, I'm going to check the battery life on the phone. 40% still. Wow. We've been going for 2 hours, 24 minutes. I'm still rocking with 40%. Oh, had him. Check chat. Who all's still in here? Ray didn't double tap the screen. Uh-oh, Ray. So we got Stuart, Justin, Ozark, I believe, are all still in here. As I said earlier, I have no idea how many people are in here because my YouTube is being very strange right now. Yeah. You guys will have to let me know. Work around the little rod. I think there might be something messing with this rod. I can't tell if it's the wind or a fish, but I keep looking over, and this one's bumping and that one's not, which leads me to believe it's a fish and not the wind. We shall see. I might just relax and chat for a little bit and wait for a carp bite, because it doesn't seem like there's much other action working right now. Nolan, do you know how many views are on your most recent short? I have a vague idea. I'm taking this as a challenge, Stuart, just so you know. So, I want to see how close I can get. I'm gonna go 4,040. Go check it and see what the actual number is. See how close I am. All right, so that is definitely the win. Nolan, your video where you're showing your poles and tarps that you got for Christmas is the first one I saw and subscribed. Yeah, I mean, you and I had a little bit of a conversation about that. That has been an awesome setup for me. The one and only problem. Oh, this rod. The one on the right wasn't just wind. That was definitely not just wind. Oh gosh. We might have a fish here shortly. All right, I'm gonna keep talking, but I gotta keep an eye on that. All right. Yeah, the 4.3K. So I was pretty close. I was 250 off. But yeah, the only problem I've ever had with that setup, because you can pretty much pitch it anywhere, it's super wind resistant, it's fully enclosed, so in the summer there's not any chance of like bugs coming in and getting you and having to deal with mosquitoes. It's a really good setup. The only problem I've ever had is because there's a metal pole sticking up straight in the middle, thunderstorms are not a good idea. So what I do instead, if there's a thunderstorm, if I have it set up and a thunderstorm rolls over me and I'm kind of out and away from civilization where I can't just go back in, my plan is to just take the pole out, toss it outside the tent, and sit there with the tarp over top of me and just kind of ride out the storm. However, if I know there's going to be a thunderstorm, I do a similar setup to the one you did with your really big 20 by 20 tarp tied to a tree. So that way it's not a metal pole, it's the tree. Now, I know there's still a chance of the tree getting struck by lightning, but it's less than a metal pole is. So you gotta kind of weigh your options there and see what's going on. Yeah, only thing it's not good at is thunderstorms and lightning. Other than that, I've had no issues with it ever. And I haven't actually had an issue with the pole getting struck by lightning. It just makes sense that it might, in some scenarios, happen. Justin Funderberg, I can't speak, says, holy cow, good job, Nolan. Yeah, 4,000 views is a pretty decent short for me. I average like 1,200, so like 1,200-ish. Anything below 1,000, I'm like, oh, it's a fine, but, you know, could have done better. If it gets over 3,000, I'm pretty happy, and that's one of maybe 8 or so that I've done that's gotten over 4,000. So, yeah. It was a pretty fun one. It involved both Stuart and Bob. I was on Stuart's live. Bob was talking on screen. Yeah, good short. Fun one. All right, this rod on the right. Something's definitely going on. It's really slack. I'm going to pull up some of the slack and see what happens. I'm going to pull it in because it was getting bumped and now it's super slack. I don't know. So there's a piece of driftwood that hit my line. I'm not sure if that's what it was or not. Yeah, there's a big old log floating through. That might have been what was bumping it. All right. I'm gonna grab some water. I need to keep track of my views better. Says Justin. Justin has a couple thousand views altogether, but hey, that's where we all start. I mean, back when I was starting, I'd get 200 views on a short and would be so hyped. It's really interesting to see the like the progression of your expectations, because now if I only got 200 views on a short, I'd be like, man, that's a little bit disappointing. But back then, that's, you know, as best as I could do, and you just got to keep that perspective, right? We're all growing and we're all getting better, and that's what's important. We can build that community together. So all right, let's get some water. I haven't drank water since I was here. Let's drink some. I tend to believe that there are two types of water drinkers in this world, because everyone drinks water. There's a little bit of wind, sorry about that. But I tend to believe that you're either a grazer or you're a stockpiler, and I'm definitely a stockpiler. I'm like a camel. I don't drink anything for very long periods of time, and then I'll down like 20 ounces in a minute, and then just keep on going. Where I know a lot of people who just drink all throughout the day. In fact, most of the people I know who are actually on top of their water consumption drink throughout the day. I somehow manage to get it all in, but only in like short increments. Like I'll finish this whole thing, I have 2 of them, and then wait another hour and then finish the other one. So I don't drink them a little bit at a time. I have almost 7,000 views altogether right now at 120 subs. That's actually, your view to subscriber rate is really good. I don't drink water, yuck. Yeah, your view to subscriber rate is really good, actually. I think at the point in time where I had 100 subscribers, I was at like maybe 40,000 views, something like that. So you're at this, you're like, you know, you're 15% of the views that I was at when I was there, which means your content's definitely getting people's attention and getting people to subscribe because they like it. Not that my content was bad, that's just a compliment to yours. So Mountain Dew, Red Bull, and coffee for you. Man, he's on the caffeine. Someone's got to do some research. How many milligrams of caffeine would it be if, we'll just call it a gallon. If you drink a gallon coffee, Mountain Dew, and Red Bull. How many milligrams of caffeine would that be? If someone actually gets that, if someone can get that for me, they are an absolute champion. I'm just making stuff up, asking for random favors, but that'd be cool to know. Now, if it'll just keep going in the same way, yeah, you're gonna have highs and lows. I mean, the one month, I believe it was last January, or not last January, this past January, I had 3 shorts in a row that like blew up. I had one that got like 11,000 views, one that got like 4,000, and one that got 8,000 views all in a row. I did a live stream and had a whole bunch of people come in. I gained like 45 subscribers that month or something like that, and then the next month I got like 10 subscribers and like maybe 10% of the views. I was like, man, but you know, that's what happens. A gallon of Red Bull would probably kill you. That is true, Glacier Shark. Glacier Shark just came in. Yes, we have been catching some stuff, mostly red breast sunfish. We did get one pretty decent little smallmouth about an hour or so ago. Maybe not an hour ago, maybe 40 minutes ago. But now we're fully committed to the carp. I really, really want to get one before we leave here today. If it doesn't happen, it'll be okay. But I really do want to try and get a carp. Alrighty. Let's check our phone battery. 33%. Once it drops down below 33, I have to start to watch it just to make sure I'm not behind. Maybe once we get down to the 20% zone, I will plug in the portable charger. Taking over for Bob since he's not carp fishing right now. That is true. Yeah. This is a spot that he's been at frequently, but it's been a lot colder this last week or so. Typically, carp aren't impacted by that too much, but they don't seem to be biting all that much today. In fact, I haven't been getting a ton of success all day, mostly just with the sunfish. So, you know, it's a little bit different type of day, and we got to see what we can do. As always, I do appreciate you guys coming into the live today. I know, especially on a Saturday. There's a lot of things you could be doing. But yeah, I appreciate it. A gallon of Mountain Dew has 566 milligrams of caffeine. A gallon? That's actually not as much as I thought. I feel like Mountain Dew out of all of them is definitely the least high in caffeine. The lowest in caffeine. That was a weird way to say it. But yeah. Like, I could be wrong, but aren't there some energy drinks by themselves that have like 500 milligrams of caffeine? I don't drink really any caffeine at all, so I'm kind of throwing a shot in the dark on whether or not that's true. What does caffeine look like? Me. I'm not sure what's going on here, but sure. Alright. I am going to find a cool little lure to throw around and mess with that for a little bit, see if we can get something cool. Alright, here's what we're gonna try. We are going to try to do a technique called the jig worm, which I learned about from the Fish Anything channel. Really cool multi-species, specifically ultralight focused channel, if you guys are interested. But it's essentially like a tiny lightweight jig with a soft plastic worm, and you fish it almost the same way you do as a trout magnet, but it's a whole finesse worm, and I'm gonna see if I can catch a bass. So that's what we're working with there, and I'm gonna try it out. I don't drink a little bit at a time either. I guzzle the entire bottle every time. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, got that fixed. All right. I need something that's pure caffeine. A gallon of coffee would have approximately 1,600 milligrams of caffeine, depending on roast and blend. Wow. So Glacier Shark, this is actually the crappie magnet head, which I believe is double the weight. So it's not 1/64th. I believe it's a 1/32nd ounce head. All right. I think I'm gonna give it about till we hit, the 3-ish hour mark at this spot, and I'm gonna backtrack completely and walk down the path from where we started the live at, and see if we can get a carp over there. Because the only place I've actually visibly seen carp in the canal, I know they've been caught like right here by Bob and stuff, but the place I actually see them most often is down there. So we're gonna try that as our final spot of the day here in just a little bit. Rocket Fuel is the strongest coffee on the market. Nolan, do you ever eat carp or do you just catch them for fun? I know it's possible, but most people don't. I have never eaten carp. I believe either the Anyfin crew has a plan to eat carp or has eaten carp. They've done a whole bunch of like trash fish or typically not appealing fish catch and cooks. And I think that may be one of them. I'm gonna take you guys over here and we're gonna take a look at this construction zone that has caused us so much trouble today and how we've had to navigate this spot. So we're gonna look at this and show you what's going on here. I actually don't know what they're doing, but here's a nice little view of the canal. Do you have a charger for your phone? I do. I'm probably gonna plug it in here shortly. What time is it? 10:47. Here's the first spillway. This is where I was fishing with Bob on his live a little bit ago. And gotta do this. Down here is where I'm probably going to end up fishing for carp to close out the live. Yeah, I was fishing here with Bob not too long ago. This is also the spot where I caught my second biggest fish ever, a 30-pound flathead, from right down there along that wall. Justin says I've eaten them. They're really bony, so best way is pressure cooked. Huh. So I don't actually think I'm really supposed to be back in this construction area because it's fenced off on the other side. So I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to stand right here. But yeah, there's some stuff going on here. And because of the fence, we've had to do a whole bunch of not normal navigation through this area. So go back in here, close that up, head back down the stairs. What's our numbers for this live stream looking like, Stuart? How are we doing? Can you fish off that? You can. I'm not going to right now because I think technically I wasn't even really supposed to be back there, but you know, I didn't touch anything and I came from the backside, so we were just looking. All right, I think I'm gonna get everything ready to roll, so that way when I pack up these carp rods, we can head over there as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna get everything packed up. Seven viewers, says Stu. What's our thumbs up count looking like? I know last time I heard we were at a good old 25, 25, but I don't know what we're at now. Finish up our water. Once we're done our water, then we can move to the other spot. Alrighty, I'm gonna start to get packed up. Let's go get the carp rods. Pull them in. Which one should we pull in first? The left one or the right one? What do we think? I need to vote here. The first comment, left or right, I'll pull it in. And then we'll do the other one. I don't think we're gonna get one in the meantime, but we might. I caught a pole. All I ever catch is weeds, and the only bites I get are from skeeters. I'm slightly confused. When did I catch a pole? There may be some sort of sarcasm or joke I'm missing. I get the all I ever catch is weeds, and the bites I get are from skeeters, but okay. I want to see you fish from that door. Oh, okay. Right. All right, we're pulling in the right rod first. All right, there's one. Here's the other one. All right, now we got to make the trek back. Have one rod in the canal, the other one in the spillway. We might be able to pull that off. Actually, I don't think we can, because the only way to do that is to fish from that little zone where I was and where I don't think I'm technically allowed to be. We have someone in another language here. I don't know if anybody can translate that for us. Maybe give it a good old copy and paste and see what they're saying. Yeah, don't remove them unless they're saying something strange. They can watch. They don't have to understand English to see that we're fishing and enjoy that. So maybe try and figure out what in the world they're saying. Yeah, I thought you could copy it from your phone. I don't know. Well, I guess if we don't understand it, then neither will anybody else. So even if they are saying something bad, I guess we'll never know. We could take a couple casts up here from the top, get a different vantage point. I think we'll take a few casts. We might just randomly do a few little fishing stops on the way back, but we're generally trying to work our way back towards the carp area. Couple little sunfish down here. I don't even know if I'm in frame. Just barely. Yeah, it's okay if we don't know what they're saying. I'll figure it out later. Number 3 for the day. We got a bluegill. Been a while since we caught a fish, but there's a little bluegill. Alright, let's keep moving. I didn't see anything other than a couple more sunfish down there, so we'll keep on moving. Alrighty, here we go. We gotta get down the wall. I'm gonna read chat here. Ozarks, I think you're kind of behind here. Left. Yeah, you can fish off the walkway, but it won't really be beneficial to us because we can't, like if we hook a fish, we can't really like walk over to go get it because there's all that construction zone, so. Yeah, Ozarks is probably behind because he's still talking about which rod we're going to pull in. Use 1/2 inch of Senko Wacky style. You will slay smallies or bass, anything else that bites. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm using. On this rod here, my Sojourn right there, I'm using a, what's it called? A jig worm. So about 3 inches of a finesse worm on a little tiny jig head. And earlier I was using a little minnow imitation, about 2-inch minnow imitation. So similar style to what you're suggesting there. Let's tilt it down. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do a good old jumperoo. And then hopefully I can grab all this stuff. This wall's also about 6 feet tall. All right, I'm down. I gotta get my stuff now. Now I gotta get you. Gotta get the viewers. Alright. This is difficult, guys. This is not easy. Sorry for the wind. I also put a split shot 18 inches up. Yep, I've used that sort of technique already today. Today's just kind of a slower day of fishing there, but we're figuring it out. That's how fishing works. Sometimes what typically works doesn't work, and you got to adapt and overcome. I still feel like Ozarks is behind. I could be wrong. Or no, he's responding to me now. Maybe not. I don't know. What's our phone battery at? All right, 20%. Time to plug in the charger. Talking about Abu Garcia bait casters. Good stuff, good stuff. I've got a cheapo Abu Garcia bait caster that I keep at the lake house. The Vengeance. Pretty decent little reel for like 30 bucks. All right. Here we go. Gotta get back to where we started the mission somehow. Oh, sorry about that. Oh man. This is really tough terrain to navigate with all this stuff and a live camera. Man, this is difficult. talking about hand-me-down fishing gear, which I don't have a lot of. So my dad didn't fish, my grandpa didn't really fish. Sorry about the wind. Huh? That's the plan. Alright, might take a couple random casts here. Or honestly, I might just take a break for a little bit. Carrying it with one arm's kind of tough. It's not heavy stuff, but the way you have to grip it really tires out your forearm. Justin says, I'm almost 34. Lost my dad at 14. His fishing pole and pocket knife are about all I have of his. Yeah, that's really tough. I mean, my parents, and especially my dad, because, you know, I want to be a good dad someday, are really big role models and really big blessings in my life. So, yeah, I definitely can't, you know, imagine that. But, you know, it's good to hold on to those memories. 30 thumbs up. Nice. Alright, let's keep on going. Whoa. Let's tote you guys down. So Ozark was behind. I thought so. Alright. Now we gotta get back down this wall. And then walk back to where the truck is. And then we can fish there for a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is a process, people. Alright, here we go. Oh man, we did it. We're down. Okay.
So this works with the remote.
This is a recording live to YouTube. I've got
okay.
a couple people watching here. These are all people watching.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've been fishing all day and
Oh, you
hanging
put
out
it
with
on the YouTube?
yeah, it's uploading right now. So this is live feed. A lot of stuff I do, I record and then edit it and post it as a video. But right now, it's just rolling.
Just rolling.
Yep.
It shows, did you catch any fish or?
Yeah, I've caught quite a few. Maybe, I don't know, they can probably tell you 10 or 15, something like that.
Wow.
A couple different types, 3 different types. So.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yep.
That's a good hobby.
All right, Rustic Outdoors has joined. How's it going? We get lots of different scenery this way. That is true. He's still getting his stuff off the wall. Are you behind? Raptor Will just joined as well. Sweet. All right, we're about to get moving again. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's get moving. All right, here's how we're gonna do this. We got a lot of stuff to walk around with, but we're gonna make it work. All right, here we go. Got all the rods, and we're gonna walk back to where we started the mission and see if we can actually pull a carp out of here. "32 thumbinos," as Stuart says. I like that, thumbinos. Yeah, this area is always so pretty, especially in the fall. Look at that. Oh yeah. How's everyone doing today? Says Raptor Will. Well, everyone seems to be doing good. Catching some fish. Not the greatest day of fishing, but we've enjoyed it. It's a nice cool fall day. About 55 degrees here. The training car, Braden, is in the house. Braden, we've caught some fish today. Mostly sunfish, one smallmouth. We're heading down here, seeing if we can pull out a big carp before the day's over. So I gotta go back for lunch here in not too much time. Justin's gotta go. Gotta get to work again. Have a good day, Justin. Good luck with work. Oh man, take a break for a sec. Ooh. Oh wow, that's a flattering view. But yeah, I'm gonna flip it around here. I don't totally love it when I'm walking behind people having the camera on them, just because I don't think I'd like that if I was like, oh yeah, someone's walking behind me with a camera on me. I'm not sure I'd totally care, but it'd also be a little bit weird, so I'll turn around and look at me. Look at that. don't know if you guys can see it, but that's like a huge, it looks like man-made rock wall, but it's not. It's just completely flat. Nice hat, Nolan. I got one similar. Mine's camouflage. Yep, this is a anything is possible hat. Man, my arms are so tired. As I said, it's not heavy stuff, but I have to like hold it up off the ground, so my shoulders are like activated the whole time. Jeez Louise. So this is where we're gonna be fishing in just a moment, right down there, but we gotta get across. I'm just quietly walking along. Oh man, I'll be glad when I'm done walking around. Hold on here a moment. Oh yeah. My mom was trying to call me, which means she probably wants me to come home, but she knows where to find me, so she can come in here and comment. Gotta go for a bit. Ozarks is heading out. Glad to have you, man. All right, 3 hours, 21 minutes. Not gonna stay too much longer. I'm kind of hungry. Want to go have some lunch. I think my mom wants me home real soon as well. But we'll give it a little bit, just a little bit longer. Whoa, walking through the weeds and it's trying to take my stuff away. Hello there. Hello, we are back. Sorry about that. Nolan, you need to something gate crash on anything live. All right. Take off the sweatshirt and set up here just for a little bit longer. Not too much longer, but we'll try it for a little bit. Alright, here's the deal. Gotta get the charger connected. I don't know why the charger's not working. Charger is not working. That's not great. Definitely is not great. I need a trolley with wheels. Yeah, I'm not sure how well a trolley with wheels would do on the type of terrain we were using earlier in the live. Man, that's not good. I think the charger might have gotten wet. Oh, man. Am I sure it's plugged in properly? Yes, I am, Stuart. All right. We got 11% left on the phone. I'm going to run it down till it's pretty much dead, and then we'll cut the live. It should last us a couple more minutes. All right, here we go. Let's run it. Last minute fish or no fish? Alright, carp rods are in place. We got 10% on the phone. I'm gonna fish over here for a bit. We'll see if we can get one. But because of the phone battery, I only have limited time. There's definitely some sunfish over here. I just missed one pretty bad. Yeah, that was a pretty bad whiff. Yeah, it's a little bit concerning that the charger's not working. I might have to get a new one. That'd suck. Missed him. Oh man, they keep taking it. Come on, carp, you can do it. Just want one of you. Just want one. It's like a squirrel back there, making a bunch of noise. Nolan, you got another charger? I do not. I brought that one, and it's usually sufficient to hold me over for a live, but not when it doesn't work. Wow. So there's some sort of, it's partially my fault. Whoa. Partially the reel's fault. Well, my phone's down to 4%. Oh man. All right, guys. Well, kind of a sporadic ending, but I think that's gonna have to end the live. Yeah. Sorry. The charger is not working. We're gonna have to cut it short. No carp for today. I appreciate you guys for joining. I'll catch you next time. Gotta shut it off before the phone dies. See you later.